Good afternoon guys, and welcome along. I am down at Sunseeker Poole today at the shipyards, and behind me today we're going to take a look around the first stock Sunseeker Predator 55 EVO available for the 21 season. She's a physical stock boat here, just recently come out of the factory. I covered this model back at Christmas as an initial look around a couple of boats that were just nearing the completion of their build. But this is now the first boat we have as physical stock available turnkey with final PDI and retrofit of any extra items you need, and she could be on the water for this summer. So just spin round, you can take a look here for the first time, and I have to say, what a boat. First time seen one out of the water here up close. Looks absolutely fantastic. The last one I had was shrink wrapped under a cover. Now seeing in their full glory. Lots of pictures been put up online of the boat in the water, but they look absolutely vast out of the water. It's 21 tons, just over 55 foot overall. She replaced our hugely successful Predator 50, entry level into the Sunseeker range. Comes out of the same barrel of resin as a 50-meter yacht, and they are absolutely fantastic in all respects. A real step up from what was already a hugely popular model to the new evolution with carbon fibre detailing up here on the engine vents. We'll take a look at when we go up on board. Stainless steel detailing in the hull here. Looks absolutely wonderful. That striking black gloss painted roof matches really well with these black windows and the hull band running along the boot top there, just above the anti-foul. Boat seen here priced is £1,141,000 excluding tax. Pretty much loaded up as a med spec with everything that you might need. Typical boat of this size, apart from a tender and safety kit and what have you. What a lovely looking boat. So that black roof really sets the boat off, lowers the sleek, already sleek, sexy Predator lines to make her very much a convertible sports car type feel from the outside here. Got lots of detailing, things like the new badges up on the top there. This is exposed weave carbon fibre here on the engine intakes. She's just under 15 feet wide, which in new money is just under 4.5 metres, so fits on typical Mediterranean style mooring for a boat of this size. There's a garage design in the back here we'll have a look at in a bit, which will take a Williams jet tender. We've moved on to synthetic decking, you'll see here. For this particular model, allows us to cut in the logos in the back here, very easy maintenance. Med pack includes things like the passerelle, letterbox passerelle in the back there. Coming on board here, so we've got controls for passerelle, the platform and the garage on the back there, and then we've got docking winches, additional cleats lower down there for your transverse spring lines. Let's take a look up on board first. See this sparkly black, high gloss, painted by hand, of course, beautiful finish. There are window covers to go up here to keep the sun out from the inside. And then we've got this lovely, what would typically have been on a boat of this size, just a flat sunbed. On the Predator 50 we introduced the idea here with the recess in the deck, and it just allows you to have a seating area as well. There's a fill-in cushion that goes in this section, not all the way forward, about 50% of this gap covered over. Gives you a little bit more sunbed, and then the aft backrests in the corners here also lift up to give you somewhere comfy to sit and read a book. And you'll see the stainless steel frame just tucked down underneath here. It's a pram hood style bimini, just for a bit more sun protection when you need it. We've got an exterior upgrade pack on the AV, so we've got speakers up here with a Sonos exterior zone linked into the rest of the AV system running around the boat. Up forward here, so we've got the anchor winch controls on the deck as well as the helm. Good size anchor locker. We've got a 20 kilo Delta anchor here up forward, galvanised with 60 metres, which is an upgrade on the chain length. Makes the boat very usable both here in the UK and down in the Mediterranean. And I've just pulled the roof back prior to starting the tour, so you can see this vast glass lid which comes down across this section to give you lots of natural lighting below. We'll have a look with that shut when we go downstairs in a sec, but it just allows us to take in the saloon here from the top. Obviously gives a nice big opening to let ventilation in, and the patio door window system in the back there is also open at the moment, giving us a very open boat feel. Perfect for a day like today where the sun's out. And on the aft end here you can see the optional sun awning as well, so boat set up for all territories. There are a couple of stainless steel support bars that go in the back here if you're using it when you're running, just to give it some support, protection from the wind and what have you. And as per the Predator 50 running before her, this is the lift up opening window system, which worked very well. It just gives a very versatile boat, so we can be open, we can entertain here, we can sit a good 10-12 people across the various sofas and what have you. But it does mean if the weather was to turn now, we could just push a button, shut that away, and then this could be left wet without having to put canopies on. Or if you wish, the canopies fit into the track up the top here. They come down at about 45 degrees round the back of the sunbed there. Still get full height seating in the cockpit here, and then you could have the door open and you can use that then as all social space living area on board underneath your canvas. So very practical for use here in the UK. Lovely texture fabric here, so we've got the detailing here with the stripe running through the cushions, and on the aft sunbed here you can see the piped detailing as well as the stitching, just to give what would otherwise be a big slab of vinyl very nice finish. It's a Silvertex fabric. You'll notice B&W speakers outside here, so this is another Sonos zone. The backrest cushion here comes forward, and that then gives you this big instant converting sun pad when you wish. A handy socket on the aft rail there for your ensign staff. Now a couple of different layouts here in the cockpit. So table here is a standard feature, and then we have the option in the corner here with a wet bar arrangement, which is the standard, or this is the bench seat upgrade. It's about £4,500, and you've got room underneath then for a storage of a canister life raft, and we've got a good sized storage locker under here for cleaning equipment and bits and pieces. Gives you obviously a much more sort of formal space for dining. Obviously that table opens up with a big teak top there, absolutely vast. So coming forward, then we're obviously deck saloon, so large panoramic windows both sides here on the main deck. And this beautiful new woodwork we introduced last year on the 68 Manhattan at Dusseldorf Boat Show for the first time. So this is the satin sheen eucalyptus wood, which is a dark, quite similar to the Vengi, but a little bit more graining running through the wood here, and the satin sheen really sets it off. All the panels matched from the same trees to give that beautiful uniform look through the boat. Contrasts really well with the silver oak Cadorin hardwood floor here, which is an upgrade through the saloon and down the stairs into the galley area below. Big social seating area, so you come in, imagine with the doors shut here in the winter, it's a very social area to just sit and watch the world go by outside. You can put your air conditioning on heat cycle and it'll give you a full 365-day usage of the boat here on the south coast. TV's in a high-low box here, so that just pops up when you need it. It's a 43-inch TV, and then again we've got a surround sound system in here with the B&W speakers up in the ceiling there, and the Sonos zone here as well for the main saloon. Over here on the starboard side, so this is new lighting, Weimar panels, air conditioning, climate, HVAC controls. So we have a storage cupboard, of course your obligatory glasses store, an optional second fridge, and this is your AV cupboard there with your Blu-ray player. See the lovely detailing in the back of these helm chairs. Really nice. First seen on the Predator 60. And they have little detail things like the red bands in here, so just sets them off. So helm upgrade on the Simrad Premium Pack. So we've got two 16-inch multifunction touchscreen displays there. They're also linked up to that large 4-foot 6-kilowatt 4G broadband radar system from Simrad. Of course, the autopilot control here. Always, you can see up here now, we've done away with the analog gauges on the engines, so everything running through the data bus system to give a very clean, clinical dashboard look here. And then the option also taken here with the iSOTA multifunction steering wheel. So this does control of the screens when you're up and running, so you haven't got to reach forward all the time, leave the helm seat to zoom in or change pages and what have you. Really nice helm, very ergonomic. Got the VHF down here right next to us, handy for calling up ports and what have you. Obligatory standard fly-by-wire throttles here. And then further upgrades over the standard boat, we've got a bow and stern thruster proportional control here, and the Humphrey Interceptor trim tab system. So this is taking the standard Bennett trim tabs, throwing the system away, and this is a very fast, instant reacting blade type interceptor fin, and it allows the instant altitude adjustment of the boat much faster than a hydraulic system, and also gives self-leveling underway, both pitch and yaw. Very clever system, becoming pretty critical on modern boats, just to allow the captain to take a much easier life when you're running the boat. Start and stop panels, and then the typical 2.5-inch displays, giving again further temperature and pressure readouts and what have you. Tilt helm, of course, so we can get this into a nice comfy position, driving a bit more like a bus for those that like that feel, or dropping it down here and it's much more like a car. And you see how that stays center there as we turn the wheel around it. Very clever. Up on the helm here, so this is Sunseeker CM8 monitoring panel. Does a number of different things. Might be hard to see this in the sunshine up above us, but we've got things like light controls here with dimming systems, the main electric systems, and certain things like the air conditioning handlers and what have you. It's a fantastic system that we used and well tested now on a number of Sunseeker models. Just allows you a much neater dashboard than all the original analog gauges. Wireless charging point here. Other things to note, that this is a drop down platform here, which gives you another sort of 3 inches of height on the deck if you just want to get your head up over the windscreen here. So I'm just under 6 feet and I can see just over the top of the bar there. And then the option here for the starboard opening helm windows, quite handy if you're doing your docking, coming in alongside here to be able to look down the side deck there or call out to a crew member outside. So we're just going to shut the roof here above us. You can see it's electric, very quiet, carbon fibre exposed weave you'll see here as it's coming closed above us. It has a mesh cover over the top just to protect the UV damage. And that's now the roof shut. You see you haven't lost any natural light into the boat at all. It's tinted glass up top to keep the heat out as much as you can with a glass structure. And I'm just going to close this aft window down as well. It takes a little time to close, but it's all self-close. You see the buttons here on the top, so we're just going to go patio close. There's a little catch here in the top, and we'll leave that to do its thing, and we'll have a look what that's like when we come back up in a bit. So one of the big changes on the Predator 55 was to redo the interior, so lots of little detail fit and finish, things like the stainless steel inlays here in the doors. We've got lovely little stainless steel bands on the woodwork. It has an Italian flair without losing its British characteristics. It's very nicely done, not over the top, and still maintains that sort of element of usability, ruggedness that Sunseekers have always been great for use at sea. There's a charging point there for an iPad. The boat is on EU 2-pin sockets, which can be changed easy enough if you wish to a UK 3-pin design. Lovely little chaise here in the corner, very comfy. Little sun trap here, not so good sat with your jacket, but you imagine you've got full loads of headroom here above the ceiling. Feels very bright and airy. You imagine sitting chilling here, either chatting to the captain when you're running along, or as another part of the party when you're enjoying a drink together with your friends in the evenings. You can now see that with the window shut, how the boat has suddenly transformed into an instant deck saloon. Very, very versatile space, and everything was just a touch of a button. The door has a safety feature on it. You'll see there's a crack of air through there. That's just so you don't pinch your fingers in it, so it stops in that position, and then you have to push the button again to shut it. And there's a couple of dog catches then to hold it in place. Lighting up in the ceiling here, so this is LED, all dimmable as an upgrade on this particular boat. So we've got little spotlights, and then we've got these strips running through the ceiling as well, so you can get a really nice mood in here in the evenings without making it too harsh. And the exterior lighting is also dimmable. So then we come down to the deck saloon below. So this is a galley and dinette space all incorporated into one. There are a couple of different options on this hull, including the option for a third cabin in this space over on the right. Most of the boats are chosen here as you see them with the lower dinette, which is the standard layout. We can, as an option, also take the table out and make this a temporary double bed for those that aren't so worried about the privacy side of things. It's just to give a third occasional berth. You can see these lovely bookshelves with the backlighting, cupboard storage, maintaining the practical touches to make the boat usable all year round. Again, another 43-inch TV here with its own zone speakers up in the ceiling there. Great place to sit and watch your sport on a Sunday. Lovely finish on the table here. This is a graphite painted lacquer, high gloss lacquer on that. Beautiful. And that lovely stainless steel leg underneath. Again, the LED lighting detail running through all of these lower deck cabins. So galley's changed a little from the Predator 50 that used to have a full height unit in here, so it now feels a lot bigger down here. Revision in the end of the unit here, so we've got the optional fridge in here as well. There is a dishwasher option in here as well in lieu of the fridge. This is your standard refrigerator, good size there with a freezer compartment, big stainless steel door, very nice. Then we have a bin, storage cupboard, full set of Robert Welsh cutlery, and then up top this is your mains 230 volt breakers for day-to-day systems, storage for your provisions, and then we get into the crockery, so a set of Royal Dalton plates, bowls, etc. Of course, an extractor fan there just over the top of the 4-burner Miele hob. You notice Miele appliances throughout the boat, so we've got a good size convection microwave oven there. There's a drawer in beneath here as well for your pans. Very well thought out. All independent zones for the HVAC system, so we've got control up there, so doing the helm down here, separate for the cabins, and of course that main seating area upstairs. So 2 cabin, 2 bathroom yacht layout. Forward is the guest cabin, where you've got a choice of different configurations. So the boat comes as standard here with both the scissor bed in you see now, or we can slide them together instantly to make a double. So very versatile. If you've got couples on board, you've got kids on board, there's lots of different options here depending on the age and how friendly your guests are. Storage in the end boxes here, and then of course, as with all boats, it's fairly typical to see cupboards up top here tucked under the deck. Again, the lovely stainless steel detailing run through here, the lights in the ceilings, natural light fed down through the lockers in the foredeck there, as well as these beautiful hull windows. I have to say the finish on these new Sunseekers is absolutely fantastic. Look at the stainless steel inlay in the door there, but beautiful matched up wood. This lovely knurled finish on the door handles as well, all standard. The only upgrades of the fabrics on this boat are in the headboards in the master cabin and up in the deck saloon. So this is the day head come forward VIP ensuite. Standard stone finishes here on the floors, so we've got Tecma vacuum-flush toilets, good size shower there with a soaker shower in the roof. Handy storage up top there, as well as down here under the sink. Great detail. Of course, being a four bed boat, should come with 4 sets of towels, bed covers, and of course the normal toolkit and hose pipe, etc. So very well equipped as standard. And we come then down into the master stateroom suite. So we have the door in here, which gives us then the enclosed bathroom, all as one private space. Finish is identical to the forward heads. Again, these are cupboards up above, shaver point in there, and then tucked behind the door here, again the good size shower. Got the handle in here. I say, you can see there's plenty of space in here. Now there are a few level changes here, so in order to get that nice flat floor up on the deck saloon above us, obviously the compromise is that we need to step down into the middle of the boat. Once upon a time, midships master cabins on 50-foot boats would have been very much a compromised headroom, but we've tried to get it in here that you can pretty much walk around the bed. You see myself, say just under 6 feet. I've got a little bit of space here to allow us to get around the bed. Big signature Predator-esque panel up in the bulkhead there. This is the upgraded fabric here on the headboard. Lovely little detailed sideboard lights. Drawers here. And where it would be easy just to have a piece of wood over the top there, we've got this lovely leather inlay on there so you don't bang your knees, with 2 tub chairs. Again, lots of plug sockets all around the boat, easy to swap out. AV again, another 43-inch TV with its own zone down here. Good sized wardrobe. These are mosquito nets, standard on a Sunseeker, extra on a lot of others. And over here on the port side we've got, again, more storage. These windows, we call them picture frame windows, if you just try and stand back to show you what I mean. So we've added the LED detailing, the lights around the edges. Beautiful view with the, so imagine these on the road, away on the sea, but lift the blind up here. And you've got that beautiful view out through the large glass window. Of course, you've got the opening port light in the corner there for a bit of ventilation in the evenings if you don't want to run your aircon system. So if we head back aft, we'll take a look at the machinery space. So accessed in through the cockpit floor here. She's powered by a pair of the Volvo D11 725 engines, which is an upgrade over the D8 600s that were in the Predator 50. We've gained some speed and we're now running about 32 knots wide open throttle. We've got a range of about 235 miles at that speed. This particular boat upgraded, that's a 13.5 kilowatt generator down there. We'll just climb down, you can take a look, see what the space is like itself. So down the bottom of the ladder, This is the canopy bag, so it wouldn't normally be down here. Just have a bit more working room. These are your main boxes here for your electrical systems on board. So we've got some boxes here, also boxes up on the forward bulkhead there. Engines are on a V-drive configuration, so gearboxes are sitting forward of the engines. You can see this is the floor of the garage up above us. Everything's nicely finished in here, lots of soundproofing, and we can climb down here in between the two engines. And actually when we're in here we've got quite a bit of space. Checking out systems and what have you, we've got water strainers in the middle, fuel strainers up on the forward bulkhead. We're carrying 1800 litres of diesel and 450 litres of fresh water. Generator strainer here, seacock just down beneath, so everything's very easy to get to. And the best of the best systems wise, Victron electronics down here. There's your chlorifier tank over on the side. We've got an upgrade on the grey water and black water tank, which combine together to make that much more usable for long-term trips away. So last but no means least is the garage. So on the back here we have a control, just enable that. Important to note, if you've ever got the ensign out on the back, just to either retract that sun awning above or drop the ensign out before you lift the seat up here, otherwise the two tend to rather embarrassingly clash with each other. And this is quite a bit different. So the Predator 50 launch and recovery of the tender, sometimes considered to be a little less than ideal. Compromise on a boat of this size to squeeze a garage in was such that there were rollers and tilting over things, and it's sometimes in a seaway a little bit awkward to get the tender back on board. So we've redesigned the stern here, slightly longer platform. Of course the platform in itself, this is a hydraulic high-low platform. I can't demonstrate with the rails behind here today, but that drops down submersible, and you can carry on the back here a jet ski, Sea-Doo Spark or what have you, still then with the option of carrying your tender inside. So it will take a Williams 325, no longer needing the custom bow cushion that we had to spec before. And you can see now this drop away section in the back here allows the tender a much easier launch and recovery direct without having to worry about the platform mechanism. You can see the winch control over there on the right hand side. It's very, very tight in here with the tender. Say that's a big compromise at any yacht this size to squeeze a garage in and still have that big aft cockpit with the door system. So there isn't much room once the tender's in here to stow much else. There's a little bit of forward storage there to put some water sports equipment and what have you. Easy enough to run power into the garage lid here if you want to run a backlit name in the future. Something we can do often during the PDI stage. So we're just going to drop that back down. I'm just going to pop across onto the boat next door so that we can have a look from a bird's eye view. Lovely Manhattan 55 here next to us, so we're just going to use this as a platform to stand up top, and then you can sort of take in the boat a little bit more from up above here. So you can appreciate much more now that lovely big private seating area up on the bow here. And now with that roof shut, you can see how that glass all blends in with the black painted roof structure. And it is possible as an option we could paint the VHF aerials, the radar scanner. I have to say, no, it does void your warranties if you paint the radar scanner, but it looks very aggressive with the black painted bits up top, and we do that very often on lots of new builds today. And there you have it. So I say physical stock here in Poole, available for delivery within the month if you were quick. So it's an absolutely fantastic opportunity. If you want to look at part exchange, if you want to look at a cash buy, if you need a bit of help with finance or what have you, very happy to talk you through all the different options that there might be out there to help you along into a purchase for the first time. Hope you've enjoyed your tour today. Contact as always is james@sunseekersouthampton.com or +44 7747 686 587. Get in touch and we can talk it through and hopefully make your dream a reality. Thank you.